Well, it's Skinny Wednesday, the day we show you how to lose weight, stay healthy through the diet and exercise. And today we're going to show you another way to shed those extra pounds. And it's so easy, you can do it with your eyes closed.
If your eyelids are heavy during afternoon meetings, or you just need some caffeine to stay awake, you're not alone. Author and sleep expert Dr. James Maas says sleep is a necessity, not a luxury. Without proper sleep, you could be adding unnecessary stress to your life, as well as unwanted inches to your waistline. Dr. Maas says getting the Z's your body needs can have a positive impact on your quality of life and your health.
Well, Dr. James Maas is here with us. Welcome, Doctor.
Hi,
Glad to see you.
Be here.
And you've got a book called Power Sleep.
Yes, sir.
What did you discover about this, and how long have you been studying the question?
I've been studying why we need to sleep. I don't know if we have the answer yet, since 1969.
Really?
Yeah, 71% of us are not meeting the requirement that we should have of about 8 hours of sleep a night. So we're kind of walking zombies.
I thought when you got older, you didn't need that much sleep.
Well, that's a myth. You need you need just about as much as you needed in middle age, but because of changes in your brain, hardening of the arteries, drugs you're taking for things like rheumatoid arthritis or high blood pressure can affect your sleep, so you don't sleep in one long block of time like you used to, but you still need as much sleep.
Do you get a lot of sleep?
Probably not as much as I should, but I'm not sleep deprived, but I sure like it.
I love sleep. I think that's why I'm so pleasant, because I like sleep so much.
There you go. The first thing it affects is mood.
See?
You're irritable, you're anxious, you can get depressed, and you can gain weight.
Well, let's talk about that. I didn't realize that sleep can actually make you fat.
Absolutely.
Or lack thereof.
You think, well, if I lie around in bed, I'm just going to get fat. It's actually the opposite if you are indeed asleep. What happens if you sleep 6 hours or less, leptin levels in your brain, that's a brain hormone, drop precipitously. And when you wake up, you're starving. You're starving for junk foods, for sugars, and you're going to gain weight. So if you get 8 hours of sleep, you can lose about a pound or a pound and a half every week without having to do all the things that you do on South Beach and Atkins
so you don't
and
have
all
to go
these
to the
other
gym
things.
anymore. You don't have to run races.
You just made me so happy.
Right. That's all there is to it.
Praise God.
What are the secrets of getting sound sleep?
Well, you have to really think that sleep is a necessity, not a luxury. You have to get about 8 hours of sleep. You have to be on a regular sleep-wake schedule. You have to go to bed and get up at the same time, Monday through Monday, including the weekends. We have one biological clock, not one for the weekday and one for the weekend. 3, you have to get continuous one long block of uninterrupted sleep. That means avoiding caffeine after 2 in the afternoon, no alcohol within 3 hours of bedtime, certainly no smoking. And you just have to lead a good lifestyle by getting plenty of exercise and watching what you eat.
What about eating before you sleep? Is there anything you should or shouldn't eat?
Yeah, that's a good question. You don't want to go to bed starving, and you don't want to go to bed too full. So if you're hungry just before you go to bed, some milk, a little bit of tuna fish, something like that is fine.
Okay, cool. Well, before we get to some of the different things that'll help us sleep better, I'm just curious, there's a correlation between sleep and cancer.
Yes, this is very serious. We've known for a few years that blind women have 50% less breast cancer than sighted women. And we have just announced the fact that those working on the graveyard shift have a 35% greater risk of colorectal cancer. That's because their melatonin levels are too low. They spend too much time in the light. And it's not until you get in the dark, turn off the lights, that melatonin gets secreted by your brain to put you to sleep. If you suppress melatonin, for example, for women, estrogen levels skyrocket, and with that comes the correlate of breast cancer.
What about taking melatonin supplements before you sleep?
Well, we don't know the purity of melatonin. It's not regulated by the FDA. It's treated as a food supplement in this country, and we don't know the long-term effects. For most people, it's not going to hurt you, but in some countries like the UK and Canada, it's illegal. So we want to be careful.
Yeah.
People love pets, and they take their pets and let them sleep on their bed.
Do you let
with
your
them.
dog sleep in your bed with you?
Are you kidding? I put him in a
Or the
cage
horse?
at night. He's in his part of the house in a cage. I let him out in the morning when I wake up.
Okay.
Yeah, a lot of people sleep with pets, and the pets move around, or you're conscious that they're there, and you don't get a good night's sleep. So let the pet have his or her own bed.
Well, let's talk about things that will give you a good night's sleep quickly. So what?
That's great. Number one, bedroom has to be quiet. dark and cool, about 65 degrees. Number two, if the bedroom is full of sounds that you don't want there, use earplugs.
Easy.
It's as simple as that. Too much light, and you should have things like heavy drapes in your room to keep out the light, but a mask is good.
I could not see Pat wearing a face mask while you're sleeping. Would you do that?
On an airplane.
I got you, brother.
Sure, we all do.
Go ahead.
And nice, loose jammies make a bed comfortable. But the key things about the bedroom are the pillow and the mattress. Give your pillow a pillow test tonight. Take your pillow and fold it in half. And if it doesn't spring forward by itself, you have a dead pillow, so toss it out or put it in the guest room. Get rid of it.
Let the guest stay up and right on.
Right, exactly.
Because
it's got a spring back. It has to spring back.
because you have to keep your head, your neck, and your spinal cord in a straight line as if you were standing up. So you want to get a good down-filled pillow, and that will last 10 to 12 years, and you want to have it antimicrobial, antifungal, and have a dust mite cover on it. The next thing you have to be concerned about is the mattress. Make it a little bit bigger than this one. You have to have a mattress that's as big as your bedroom can hold, because if you're, sleeping with your spouse, you want to make sure that you have plenty of room to move around, because we move 60 to 70 times a night.
Did you know that?
I knew it was a lot. I didn't know it was 60
I didn't either.
And then what you want to do, if you have a good innerspring mattress, is get yourself a pillow top mattress. That means that there's foam on the top, maybe a couple of layers of foam.
Grief, look at all that.
And then down here is the key. This is an innerspring mattress. What you want to do is get a mattress with individually pocketed coils so that they're not wired at the top, at the middle, and the bottom. Otherwise, you're sleeping on a trampoline. As you press one side, your partner's going to feel that movement, and it'll lose about 20% of delta sleep, which is very valuable every night if you're not on an individually pocketed
Well, Doctor, I
coil
want to
mattress.
show you. We promoted something, and I want to talk about this little toy. I thought it was for my 4-year-old, but it's not. What is this?
This is great. If you have an addiction to snooze bars, and many people do, they say, well, I hit it every 15 minutes, I get an hour worth of sleep. Well, that's not true. You get 15 minutes of fragmented sleep. So this was invented by a young lady who's getting her PhD right now at MIT this spring. It's called Clocky, and it has a little computerized servo mechanism in it. You put it on your nightstand, you hit it to turn it off first time it goes off, and then by itself, it jumps off the nightstand and goes and hides at random in a different location every morning. So you have to get out of bed, find it, turn it off, and by that time, your snooze bar addiction is gone.
Well, your snooze bar addiction's gone, but you talk about a mood change, you talk about getting mean. I would take that. I know I would.
It'd be out the window. Let me tell you.
The other things that we have to be careful of is if you have a clock with an LED dial, that's enough luminosity to get through your eyelids and disturb your sleep. So just turn it around. Playing soft classical music as you go to bed is a wonderful way to get to sleep, but what you have to remember is you have to use a gadget that'll turn that music off so it doesn't wake you up in your lighter phases of sleep toward morning.
All right,
exactly.
Christy, I want you to, it's all for you. Here.
Okay.
We'll just have you.
Tell me what you think.
All right. Well, fabulous. All right. Well, you go ahead.
All right. Put the mask on her.
Wait, did you ever, where's the mask? Did you ever notice this, like when they do those commercials? That the women, they sleep and they're just so.
There you go. Put your earplugs in.
I can't see. All right.
There you go. And we wish you sweet rims.
Come back, Christy.
All right, the book.
Dr. Maas's book is called Power of Sleep. It looks like something you'd be interested in getting. We appreciate the doctor being here with us, and it's available nationwide where books are sold, and I think also through CBN.com. Doctor, that was fascinating. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
You wake the child up here.
I know, I'm awake. And we also have a free fact sheet for you, but I'm kind of tired now, so you can hold it up.
Okay.
There you go. It's called Sleep Well, and all you have to do is just call 1-800-716-FACT. Did I mess up my hair with that?
The hair looks great.
All right,
Don't worry about it.
You can always log on to CBN.com.